Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Eastern Lifestyle. I'm your host, Davia Pugh.
And I'm your reporter, Kaylee Riccatelli.
Happy Tuesday. We are thrilled to have you here spending some of your afternoon with us. And we have an awesome show coming up, so get comfy.
Yes, in today's episode, we'll check out the latest cutting-edge creations and awesome innovations that are going on in the tech world.
Can't wait to get to that.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll also be finding out how you can get a wonderful deal when you dine at this fantastic Eastern North Carolina restaurant.
Yum! And of course, all of that is coming up very soon. But first, we're heading to Atlantic Beach to check out a historic state park that played a key role in coastal defense during the Civil War. Take a look.
Ooh, I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Fort Macon State Park brings over 1 million annual visitors to Atlantic Beach to experience beautiful views, exciting nature, and a 200-year-old military fort full of local history. Fort Macon was used during 3 American wars: the Civil War in the early 1860s, the Spanish-American War in 1898, and then one more time during World War II in the 1940s.
Fort Macon is a third system fort, which means there's 38 of these forts built right after the War of 1812. And for coastal defense. Well, the Civil War, we were early war. The Union was able to capture this. This is the second fort in history that rifle artillery was used against. So basically, this fort was made for cannonballs. In the Civil War, modern technology was the downfall of Fort Macon. And then the Union was able to use the harbor for the blockade of Wilmington, North Carolina. So the Spanish-American War, the most probably significant thing that happened here is that the 3rd North Carolina Volunteers was sent here, an all-black regiment. And what I mean by that was all black troops and black officers. And this is the first time in history that it had ever taken place. It was used in World War II. Nothing really great, but basically what the fort did was protect the harbor. It kept the Germans out. But even though in North Carolina, a lot of people don't realize there was 105 U.S. and Allied ships sunk or torpedoed here in North Carolina during the war. So World War II was right here, and Fort Macon played a vital role in protecting North Carolina's coast.
Fort Macon offers a variety of educational demonstrations related to their rich history and nature. From fort tours and small arms demonstrations to turtle talks and nature hikes, there's so much to learn. One of their most exciting programs, though, is their evening gun tradition on Wednesday afternoons in the summer.
Every evening, the military posts like Fort Macon back in the day would fire a cannon instead of a musket or something, because you can hear a cannon longer distance. So when the cannon goes off, or a castle, if you go further back, they know they're going to be locking the gates for the night. And so everybody needs to return to the castle. That's where it kind of got started. And then the military kept it going in the forts.
While it was in use, there were 54 firing cannons all around Fort Macon's walls. Today, there's only 9, almost 10, and they're working on it. Thanks to the Friends of Fort Macon support group, the cannons around the fort's walls are slowly being replaced at an average of 1 cannon a year. At around $70,000 per cannon, it's no small task, but one that will help in showing Fort Macon's full history.
I always said, the fort, its heartbeat is the cannons. So the more cannons we have, the more blast is bringing the fort back to life.
But visits to Fort Macon are more than just cannon fire and natural beauty. It's a moment to reflect on how we got here and how far we've come.
Well, a lot of people, especially if you're local, we don't know our local history, and we understand history from other places. So it's important just to get into your local history and see how much history there is here, and to understand history better so we don't make the same mistakes that they did in the past. Well, I hope, when you come to Fort Macon, you just take a moment to remember the men and women who fought for this country and gave us the freedoms we have. This is kind of a monument to all those prior wars, and we oftentimes forget so quickly the sacrifices others made. So I hope that everybody will take a moment and pause and just think about those that came before us, and we enjoy the freedoms we have because of that.
You can find out more about visiting or getting involved at Fort Macon by calling their park office at 252-726-3775 or online by visiting ncparks.gov, clicking State Parks in the menu, and selecting Fort Macon State Park. Coming up on Eastern Lifestyle, our exploration of Fort Macon State Park continues, and you'll want to stick around for this, because trust me, it's a blast. At 422 acres, Fort Macon State Park is one of the smallest in the system, but don't let that fool you. There's plenty to experience here in and outside of the fort, and I set out to soak in as much of it as I could. After evening gun, I started by exploring the inside of the fort. Inside Fort Macon, half of it has been restored to what it would have looked like while it was being used in the 1800s, while the other half remains untouched to show the effects of time. The restored half of the fort has exhibits with information about its history and life inside the fort while it was in use. This room right here is a magazine where gunpowder was stored. The door used to be solid wood, like this one, but upon inspecting Fort Macon in 1840, Robert E. Lee, who was then a captain in the U.S. Army's Engineer Forces, recommended they switch to doors with grated openings, as he found that the gunpowder was retaining too much moisture and needed more ventilation. These magazines are situated right behind the staircases of Fort Macon, which, in case of attack, was the safest place in the fort to be. The best part? The exhibits are air-conditioned. After I got some more information, I walked along the unrestored half to compare and get more of an idea of how each section was used throughout the fort's run. Fort Macon hasn't only been a fort. Like similar buildings, it's served many purposes throughout its lifetime. And, like its sister fort Alcatraz, Fort Macon was repurposed as a federal prison during Reconstruction after the Civil War. While there is plenty to see inside Fort Macon, there's also plenty to not see, as I found out. Some people have even reported seeing things that aren't even there. Woo! These stairs lead to rooms around the inside of the ditch that would have been used to guard the inside of the fort in case of invasion. Now, they've since been sealed off, so it's pitch black in there. We're not gonna be able to see much of anything, but I'm gonna go check it out. There's the way in. Watch your step. Whew. Okay. Wow, it is echoey in here. Okay, so there's this room, and it goes even further. Obviously, we can't really see anything. I'm gonna turn on a phone flashlight. So you can see right here, this little window, or this opening right here, where it's sealed off, would have been able to look out into the ditch of the fort, but it was sealed up during the Spanish-American War, which is why it's so dark in here. Normally, they would have been able to see. Okay, it was dark. No ghosts, but dark enough to be scary on its own. But that was really cool though, so check it out for sure. While this may seem like plenty, believe it or not, there's even more to do at Fort Macon State Park. Come on. After I was done in the fort, I took some time to appreciate the park's beautiful nature. If you like to get out in nature, they've got almost 4 miles of nature trails you can check out. The trails at Fort Macon State Park are known for their excellent bird watching opportunities, which I, of course, took advantage of. But it was at this moment, by the marshy water, that I realized I forgot to put on bug spray today, so I might have to do more bird watching another time. If you're not one for hiking, or you just want to relax after a long day of exploring, Fort Macon State Park also has a public beach access. Then it was time for some rest and relaxation.
And it's free, first of all, I like to say, so you can come out. A lot of people like to come fish. We have some of the best hiking trails in the state here in the state park. But then come explore the fort. There's a lot of things to do. You come here for your cultural history and fall in love with nature, or you come here with nature interest and fall in love with the cultural history of this fort.
Phew. I don't know about y'all, but I have had a full day here at Fort Macon. I've seen a lot, learned some new things, and I'm already planning my return trip, and you should be too.
It's time for Style in a Snap, which is your go-to for quick style hacks, trend talk, and outfit upgrades, no matter your look. So if you have ever had wrinkles in your clothes and you just don't have enough time to iron them, just rub an ice cube over the wrinkled area and then toss the garment in the dryer for about 10 minutes. The steam created from the melting ice is supposed to help relax the fabric fibers, smoothing out wrinkles fast and easy.
Ooh.
This is a good, okay.
That is a good one. So it's like steaming your clothes, but quicker.
Exactly.
I wonder if also, if you could just like spray it with water. Well, no, that might be too much water.
Yeah, depending on, I think depending on the fabric too.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, because you might need cold water.
Yeah. But an ice cube, I mean, we all have that.
Yeah.
So just grabbing one and then
take an ice cube, rub it on the wrinkles, and then
put it in the dryer.
Steaming.
We're gonna have to try that.
Made easy.
Exactly.
I have a steamer. It takes so long.
I know.
Like it's.
Let's try this one. Ever been curious about phones that fold in half? After the break, we'll get a closer look at 2 new foldable phones from a well-known company. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's time to check out the latest tech trends and innovations with KTLA's Rich DeMuro in this week's Rich on Tech.
You have to appreciate what Samsung has done with its latest foldable phones. I've been testing the book style Fold 7 and the clamshell style Flip 7. Both finally feel ready for the masses. That is, if you're willing to try something new. The Fold 7 is thin enough to carry comfortably, and the outer screen is now big enough to actually be usable. The inner screen is large, but on a plane, I didn't find it much better for movie watching than a standard phone. The device can be tough to open, and the side power button is recessed just enough to make activating the camera or Google AI a bit tricky. But if you can look past that, you are getting a sleek, futuristic device with a great 200 megapixel camera and zoom. The software feels polished, and it's fun to multitask with various apps open at once. But I find myself asking, why do I need this in my pocket at all times? I don't work on spreadsheets, and as for movies, I can use a regular smartphone or a tablet. Plus, it's $2,000, but if you've been waiting to join the foldable club, this is your best option yet. On the flip side, I found more utility in the Flip 7. The outer display doubles as a viewfinder, which means you can always use the best cameras for photos, videos, and even selfies. It's a fun form factor that doesn't sacrifice much in terms of traditional features. The outside screen now goes edge to edge, but it's still somewhat limited. You can't run full apps by default, but you can enable select ones like Maps, Messages, and YouTube, with support for more if you install a Helper app from Samsung. The Flip 7 lasts longer on a charge than before, and at $1,100, it's a more approachable entry into the world of foldables.
Wow,
Interesting.
Very interesting insight from Rich on those phones.
Right?
Yeah. I was like really interested to hear what he had to say about that.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Chris. This is On the Record. I'm here today with Jeff from Alley Cats. Jeff, what is Alley Cat?
Alley Cat Records is many, many years in the making. We are 3 years in existence. This is our second location, and we have tried real hard to give Greenville a community hub, and I think we're successful at that. We do live music, not only the media that you can get here, but we have live art and music that it happens. Yeah, a long time coming to have a room like this, and happy to be here, and happy to give Greenville some option that other cities had for a long time.
Oh yeah. So you get lots of great records in here. Fugazi.
Yes, one of my favorites. This is their 1990 album Repeater, and it is a really great one. It's kind of where hardcore found its backbone. It's one of those that you can play and you can kind of feel it, and then you look at the lyrics and then you can really feel those. Really great stuff. Any of their albums.
It's time for This or That. We're between 2 choices. We pick which one we prefer. So do you prefer grapes or blueberries?
I think grapes.
Okay, interesting. Why?
Because I feel like there's more variety. Because you have like green grapes, red grapes, purple grapes, if I can talk. The other day I got like cotton candy grapes. Like, I don't know. There's more of like a variety of flavors within them. Blueberries, from what I know, all blueberries taste the same.
But then with blueberries, you can put them in a lot more items, like in a lot more foods, and it tastes good. So like, for example, like yogurt, you wouldn't put grapes in yogurt. I mean, you could, but like I just always think of like strawberries or blueberries or like that tastes better than like grape yogurt.
You can put grapes in stuff too.
You can, but like with blueberries, there's a lot more variety. Even though it's like one flavor, it goes in a lot more. It goes with a lot of other different foods.
Now, see, I don't know, because I really like grapes in chicken salad.
Okay.
Now, blueberries and grapes go really well in like a summer berry salad kind of thing. Now, I like both of them in those. Oh, one of my favorite snacks is like grapes and cheese.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
It's so good.
It's good, but blueberries and cheese is really good.
Yeah, see, now I've never had blueberries and cheese.
Blueberries and cheese is really good, and then like blueberry muffins, blueberry tarts, blueberry, you know, there's like blueberry lemonade, there's a lot of different blueberry foods and drinks.
True. I think I'm gonna stick with grapes, because also, have you ever had grapes in the freezer? Like,
it's okay.
Girl, they're so good.
Blueberries. Time for the trivia question of the day. Which lighthouse in the Outer Banks is one of the oldest in the U.S.? Is it A, Oak Island Lighthouse, B, Bodie Island Lighthouse, C, Ocracoke Lighthouse, or D, Cape Hatteras Lighthouse? We'll be right back with the answer. Stay tuned. We are back, and if you guessed C, the Ocracoke Lighthouse, you are correct. The Ocracoke Lighthouse was built in 1823, and it's the only oldest operating lighthouse in North Carolina, but also it's one of the oldest in the entire United States. It's solid white and stands at 75 feet tall. It still guides ships through the waters of the Ocracoke Inlet to this day.
The following segment was sponsored by Gwendy's Goodies.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Davia, and it's time for Be Our Guest, where we help you save money while having an amazing dining experience. Today we are at Gwendy's Goodies in Ayden. Be sure to go to WNCT.com and find the Be Our Guest tab to get your $50 certificate for only $25, because these will sell out fast. So we are here with Gwendy Michael, the owner of Gwendy's Goodies. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you for coming. I was really excited to have y'all here today.
Yeah, so this looks amazing in front of us. I know recently you all changed your menu to where you have lunch items now.
That's right. We were in an older location. We moved into this, renovated downtown Ayden, because we're in love with Ayden and the possibilities of our downtown. And now in our new location, we're able to offer breakfast and lunch, which is something we couldn't do before. So that's been really fun.
That's very exciting. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's start with breakfast. It's only right. Can you tell us what we have?
Okay, so this is a cheddar parmesan roll. It's we call it our CPR breakfast.
Oh, CPR.
The cheddar parmesan roll is unique to us. It's a recipe that we developed. Very cheesy yeast roll. And then on top of that, we put a sausage patty and egg, and it is probably one of our most popular breakfast items.
That sounds so good. I love cheese myself.
Oh yeah.
It looks delicious.
And then next to it is a hot dog kolache. That is actually kind of a Texas thing. We have them plain cheddar and jalapeno cheddar. So really, it's like a pigs in a blanket, but way upscale from that.
Okay,
Yep.
That sounds so good. So now we have this dish in front of us. Can you tell us what we have?
Okay, this is our famous Hawaiian chicken salad. Our cake artist, actually Rebecca, brought that recipe to us. It's got a little bit of lime, a little bit of honey, and some pineapple. We can't keep this in the case. It is so popular, it just sells. People love our Hawaiian chicken salad. It's really good on a croissant. There's some really healthy options, and that quinoa salad is a super grain. It's got lots of great things for you, and it's loaded with veggies and tomatoes and all sorts of fresh goodness.
Wow, that looks
So
delicious.
that's what's with that, yeah.
Okay.
It's really yummy. Yep.
Exciting. Now, can people like switch out the sides if they'd like to with any of their dishes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We have potato salad, we have quinoa salad, and sometimes we have Cuban black bean salad. So, or you could get it with chips if you're not a salad person.
Now we have this amazing looking soup dish. Can you tell us what we have?
Absolutely. That's our Ayden collard soup. We developed this for the Ayden Collard Festival. We wanted to have everything collard here. And it has been such a hit that we've been offering it every day since. It's got collards, it's got smoked sausage, carrots, onions, black eyed peas. It's made right here from scratch, and it is served with our amazing sourdough bread.
Okay, and this is homemade sourdough bread.
This is homemade sourdough bread. We make it right here, the whole authentic process of sourdough baking. We make sandwiches with the sourdough, and we serve it with our soup. So we make eclairs here on Tuesdays, but it is a choux pastry filled with a Bavarian cream, again, made right here, made from scratch, really yummy. And then we put a chocolate ganache on top. This is right here a chocolate espresso cheesecake. It's got coffee in it, it's got chocolate ganache on top, graham cracker crust, again, made from scratch, made right here.
That looks delicious. Cheesecake's my favorite dessert.
We always have cheesecake in the bakery case, cupcakes. We have a wide variety of goodies.
Well, thank you so much, Gwendy. And you all make sure to remember to go to WNCT.com, find the Be Our Guest tab to get your $50 certificate for only $25 because these will sell fast.
The preceding segment was sponsored by Gwendy's Goodies.
Today's ENC event is the first Free Boot Friday of the year, which is back on September 5th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the 5 Points Plaza in downtown Greenville. This free Alive at 5 kickoff to ECU Home Football Fridays features live music, food trucks, arts and crafts, inflatables for the kids, and alcoholic beverages for those 21 and up. It's a fun, family-friendly way to start the night, so be sure to come out and have some fun. Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, I'm your host, Davia, and you can stay connected with us on Instagram and Facebook at Eastern Lifestyle 9. As always, remember to enjoy every moment of your Eastern lifestyle, and we'll see you tomorrow. Segments in today's episode are sponsored by NC Division of Parks and Recreation and Gwendy's Goodies.